Alright, sorry, that was just ours, so we know where we are in the video.
We don't mind just picking up, wherever. There's no, there's no real rule.
Yeah, we kind of go off the fly quite a lot. We've got a few basic questions.
That's alright,
so,
that's brilliant.
Yeah, I hope you enjoy that.
So what
we got the boots, by the way. They are absolutely fantastic.
Well, you're so sweet to notice.
Yeah,
Green.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
Eve will be like, she's just dazzled in the corner there.
We do.
If you leave your shoes intact, you'll be lucky.
Sometimes wear the same colour, blue. We've got green.
We wore green for something, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
We wore. Did we wear the blue ones for Folkscape?
Yeah, I think we did.
The blue ones.
Yeah. So.
What were you talking about just before we came on camera?
Yeah, so obviously, first and foremost, this is Pen and Stu.
Oh shit, yeah, sorry, yeah, hello. Introduce yourself first.
Acoustic folk duo from York.
Lovely.
And we were just talking about, they've just won an award with, sorry, explain again please.
Folkscape Live Artist of the Month.
That's the one, Artist of the Month.
Yeah, it's a really nice, we didn't expect that really, did we?
No, Folkscape, they're a national organisation that promotes folk music. And they also stream live folk concerts. So there was one a couple of weeks ago, Seth Lakeman live from Chester.
I've heard of that guy.
Yeah, and they're doing another one on Friday.
Yeah, it's McCusker and McGoldrick and...
McCusker, John McCusker?
Yeah, the fiddle player.
Somebody else as well.
Yeah, and that's coming from, they're doing that live, so they take a camera crew, usually 4 cameras, and that's at the Rope Works at Barton on Humber this Friday. And what you can do with is you can just subscribe, and you can watch all these folk concerts. You can watch them live, but they're also available to watch as an archive as well.
Yeah.
So they've done Catherine Tickell, they've done the young ones. They were down at Sidmouth Folk Festival last year and basically recorded everyone. So I'm glad you've heard of Seth Lakeman. We're an absolute huge fan of Seth Lakeman.
Shout out to him.
And we have met him last November at a gig. We were talking to him. And
but the Folkscape Live, we're the Artist of the Month for March, and Seth Lakeman was the Artist of the Month for February. So
wow, nice.
That looks quite nice.
Excellent.
When you go on the website
awesome.
and you see that he's there and then we're underneath.
So what we were
stuff.
doing was we were just talking
Exciting.
because they'd put a link on the EPK that they'd sent us.
Yeah.
Of it was like it's supposed to be a live performance of them, all incorporated with this award that they've just won.
Yeah.
And basically, I was asking them, did they have an interview with her? Because it just sounded like a pre-recorded thing, and it was They didn't have any. So they had you basically had this somebody in a control room hitting a button, asking a question, and then they'd answer it there and then live.
So this is a new thing that Folkscape are doing, and we were very honoured to be asked to be the first people in the black box. That's what they call it.
Yeah.
And as you say, it's we're in a studio. It's all black apart from the lights. There were 3 cameras, sound engineer, and we were just in the studio on our own. All the cameras were sort of in the dark, so we couldn't...
I mean, that must have felt so weird, though. Like, being asked questions and nobody actually being there. You can't see the person.
Oh no, and I mean, we hadn't heard, and obviously
We didn't know what the voice was going to sound like.
And it's an American. It's a lady.
And it is a real
called
person. It's not an AI voice. You know, sometimes on little videos and stuff on YouTube and Facebook, it's an AI
voice,
slightly creepy sounding voice. Well, no, it is a real person.
Do you know what I find really interesting about the AI voice thing being creepy is that, like, it is creepy, and you can tell it's AI, but it sounds very human. But it is creepy, and everyone's like, "Oh, it's creepy," but we just listen to it all the time.
Yeah.
Like, no one really kicks off about it. No one's like, "We got to stop this shit." No. It's just like, it's creepy, but you just get used to it.
But what you see there in that interview, which lasted about 30 minutes.
Yeah.
It is recorded live, so there were no stops, and the producer Jay, we said, well, we need to tune up, before we start
because it was
Singing.
quite cool in
quite
the room.
cool, yeah.
So,
So your strings
things were
tightened
going,
up a little
yeah.
bit.
And we said,
Changing.
we need to tune up. Are you going to edit that out? He said, no. He said, it's as live. So when you're at a gig, you tune up in front of people. So just tune up. And there's a point...
And warm up my whistles
yeah,
as well.
and there's a point where I sort of take a guitar off, give it to Penn, and then I walk and pick up another guitar. And we do that as Penny's answering a question or something like that. So
How did you guys find it then? Did you feel like it worked?
I really
Like
liked
the
it.
whole concept?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I really
I
liked
think
it.
it looks impressive. I just had to remember to not wear black as the main colour, so you don't look like a little floating head. So I think it worked, and I think it was an interest. It's an interesting thing to do, and it gives you, something to. The questions were quite thought-provoking as well, because I don't really think about it. It's like, what's your process for doing this? And I just kind of go, well, I just do it. I don't know. But it made you think.
Did you
about
get the
what
questions prior to the?
We
thing?
did.
Yeah, we did.
But we looked at them and we thought, oh, shall we start writing an answer? Then we said, no, we'll just do it. Because Jay, the producer, said to us, I want it to be as natural and I will record it as live. So... yeah, it would sound like, question 3. Question 3, we would do blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
It just
Like,
sounds...
at
too
school,
regimented.
what did you do on your holidays? We just tried to answer it as naturally as possible, because otherwise it just would look a bit odd.
So this black box is... they're going to try and feature artists and just give them a bit of a spotlight, ask them questions. And we talked for about 15 minutes, then we played a song, then we talked for about another 10 minutes, and then we finished with another song. And it's all done as live, so actually what you hear is what you get.
I kind of like that concept of how it's all live, but I'm not too sure on the concept of being interviewed and nobody actually being there.
Oh, it's
not being able to see anybody.
I'll tell you what I didn't like when we did that. What I found weird was
Sorry, one sec. Eve, are we recording?
Yeah, we are recording.
All right. Can you just plug it in for us? Just charge it up so it doesn't run out. Cheers.
Just technical issues. I didn't like when we did. Well, I didn't not like it. What was weird was when we did that. Fox's Den.
Oh, Foxes,
Oh,
yeah,
Foxes
we
then,
did that a couple of
Bill
weeks ago.
Horncastle.
And you do the interview, and then you got to play.
And then it goes ding!
And you just play, you just playing to him, and it's just like, it was odd. Like, it's just an odd concept. It was weird, like, I don't know.
No, I tell you what is worse.
We'll find it strange later when you play for us, because you just come for podcast and just play, and we'll get up on the stage and that. And
Yeah,
like,
that would be
But
great.
Fox's Den was weird, because you like literally sat in
You sat in a radio studio.
Well, we were standing up, weren't we? Because he
Yeah.
did a little video of one of our songs, so we were standing up. So that feels a bit better, and it's a bit more natural, because we would stand up.
Yeah,
to
we-
play,
You normally stand up.
We
then when
normally
you're doing
do.
gigs.
Yeah, we don't.
So that was, you just have to sort of not think about the fact and just remember the mic's there, and you just got to put something into the
it's not good not
microphone
getting
that sounds
feedback, is it? You're not
all right.
But I tell you what we did during lockdown. We did a play-in to a radio show via Zoom. Now that is weird, because we play and then there's nothing apart from the DJ going, thanks, Penn and Stu. There's nothing.
How did you go about getting nominated for the award you were nominated for? Like, is it just a...
It wasn't a nomination, was it? It's
No,
just that they
just decide
said, oh,
who
well,
it
we're
is.
going to make you Artist of the Month.
They
this
chose.
month.
We worked.
But
And that
based
was it.
on what criteria?
I think based on the fact that we've just brought out a new album.
Plug it, yes. Go on.
New album.
Show it to the camera.
Ooh,
Ravenswood. So it's our new album. So it's a.
Looks very pretty.
It is very pretty. It's 10 tracks, 9 songs, 1 tune. And here we have a little insert as well, which gives you all
nice.
the
Very
information
nice.
about
Little
all the
stories
songs.
about all the songs.
Yeah.
Excellent.
So
I'm presuming you've got a bit of a back catalogue as well, so we'll put all links and everything like that for when we start
Excellent. Good sit here.
Yeah.
publishing the podcast.
yeah. so I think because that came out on the 31st of January, before that in the September we had released as a single the first track,
Yeah.
which is called Pretty Bird. and I think they'd picked up on it
Oh, okay.
for some reason, and they contacted us and said, "Oh, you know, we're thinking about this new concept. Would you be up for doing it?" And we said, "Yeah." It's like, well, how much is it going to cost us? They said, no, it doesn't cost you anything. We said, absolutely.
Yeah, definitely that. Yeah,
Thinking like
it's not going to cost anything.
I want to be artist of the month. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah.
I want to be.
So-
artist.
so-
why not artist of the month?
Well, we can be artist of the month. She can get stuff. You know,
We're not folk though. We
Sorry,
are folk.
go back to what you were doing.
So
I'm in a band with in a duo. I guess both of them, and they're always trying to fight over me because you know.
are you're the man?
Well,
You're the man, Rich.
I'm
You're
a-
the man.
I'm a man.
Well, it probably wouldn't be that way if my shoulder was all right.
Yeah. And she,
No, I've had a knackered shoulder for about a year and a bit now, so I'm kind of limited to what I can and can't do.
How much playing you can do?
I can do about 45 minutes, and that's only been in the last 4 or 5 months.
He's been out for a year. I mean, we went from rehearsing like once or twice every week to just nothing. We didn't rehearse and I was away and stuff. And I mean, it was 2023 was a crazy year. But we didn't basically play for the whole year. I mean, we didn't even rehearse. It was just nothingness. You know, we didn't do anything. It was weird because we even managed to do like lockdowns and stuff. We were doing our second album, and we did it all because me and Dudzy, I've told the story before. We met by just basically mucking about on software to record with, and we just kind of both interested in doing it. So we kind of just started messing around, and then we kind of got into a band later on, then into a duo. But we had all this weird material floating around we've been playing with for years. We kind of turned it into, because we could do it over the internet and in lockdown, we could send each other tracks over Dropbox and whatnot. And so we turned this into, so even throughout COVID, we were kind of making music. And then suddenly this year, it just completely stopped.
You know, that's amazing because
entirely.
over COVID, we didn't do music.
Nope.
We were both working full time, and we were both sort of key workers, and we were just working hours and hours for.
Yeah,
And
it
just
it wasn't good.
I bet that was horrendous.
No, it's not fun when the music
But,
stops, you know.
Yeah, no, we just.
we were just too tired.
Oh yeah, no, I get it. Yeah.
You know, you were. It was like 8 o'clock in the morning to gone 6 at night. You know, 5 days a week, and we were trying to keep fit as well. We had a cross trainer, and we were getting up at like 6 o'clock to go 20 minutes on the cross trainer just to try and keep fit because. It was dark, you know. Over winter, you can't get out for a walk.
Sure.
But
Are you? Are you married?
We are married,
You got a
yes.
couple
To each other.
To eat.
I saw the rings and I was like, well, I assume so. But never like to assume too much.
No,
How
never
long-
assume. Absolutely.
How long have you been married? Don't mind me asking.
go on.
Oh,
Pressure's
on.
We got married on the 28th of September, 2017.
Okay, nice.
Cool.
Yeah.
So have you been together a while then before you got married?
We
I'm
met.
pushing it now, aren't I?
You're pushing it. We're pushing it.
It's all right. He knows.
No.
What happened on the first date?
It was an open mic. No, we met at an open
Nice.
mic
Awesome.
in a pub in York.
Which one?
Brilliant.
The Golden Ball.
Oh, we love the Golden Ball.
Yeah, yeah.
We played a gig there, me and Eve, a couple of times. I love it. Yeah.
So I was actually there with my mate Mel because I was in a duo with Mel, and Penn was, you were there on your own.
Oh,
And we just.
Well, not actually on my own. I was playing by myself.
Yeah, you played by yourself.
It wasn't like Penny
No, you were some friends, weren't you? And actually, my mate Mel introduced me to Penny because they worked at the same place. I didn't know. And then he told me he was getting promotion, so he wouldn't have time to play in the duo. But he said he'd been talking to Penn and she wanted to actually play in a duo because I was playing at that time acoustic bass.
Okay.
So we met, and on I think the Saturday afternoon.
One rehearsal.
One rehearsal, 3 songs. That's
They
all,
were the only
all
three
we
that I
knew.
knew at the time.
And on the Sunday night, we went to the Red Lion,
Vinny.
Vinny,
Yeah.
with Vinny,
Yes. Good old Vinny.
Vinny.
We've been there a
With-
few times.
yeah,
Well
with
done,
Vinny.
What happened to Vinny? Vinny, if you're alive, just let us know, mate.
He's still alive.
Is he still
Oh,
alive?
he's
He
doing
is.
great.
Is he doing good?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
good.
In a
I've seen
band
Vinny.
called No Como Crease or something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
Oh, good. I've not seen Vinny.
Yeah, he's still doing some solo
ages.
stuff
I've seen
around
the odd
York
bit
as
of
well.
solo, yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
So we went
Love him.
there and we played our 3 songs, and that was on the 28th of September 2014. So we got married 3 years to the day when we did
Oh,
our
that's
first
amazing.
gig.
Oh, I love that.
And
That's
do you
awesome.
know, awesome. And do you know, we couldn't go on honeymoon because the following night we had a gig at the Black Horse in York, Black
Commitment.
Swan in York.
That is
So
commitment.
we'll veer away from personal stuff because there's too much fun to be had.
Oh, yeah.
What do you play musically?
What you mean, instruments?
Instrument-wise. Because otherwise this could go on and get messy very quickly.
Guitar, tenor guitar, low whistles. When I gave up my day job, I did February album writing month. I gave up in the December, and in the February I did February album writing month. But in the January before that, I started to teach myself piano. The idea was to just learn 4 chords so I could just write songs on the piano rather than using a guitar, just as a different sort of sound or whatever.
Three keyboards later.
No. Yeah, so a bit of piano. But yeah, woodwind whistles are a big thing. I used to play woodwind as a kid, so
Okay.
it was quite nice to sort of find something, a melody instrument that we could play and we could incorporate into the
And yourself?
music.
So bass, both electric
And ukulele as well.
Oh,
Oh, you play ukulele as
yeah,
well?
ukulele.
Okay, sorry.
4-string and 8-string.
I know, it's the
And
same.
a little bit of banjo.
A little bit of banjo.
Little bit of banjo.
But that's probably for the best.
I can play a
Just
little bit. I can play a little bit of that. Everyone can play a little bit of that. Ding, 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 ding.
So for me, it's bass, it's 6-string and 12-string guitar,
Uh-huh.
it's tenor guitar,
Uh-huh.
a little bit of baron.
What's a baron?
Baron,
It's
the
the
drum.
flat skin.
Oh, right,
Irish-
yeah.
Yeah. And I'm tinkering with mandolin at the moment.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And what do you play? Do you switch instruments when you play? Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, you're always changing what you play and stuff.
Yeah.
That's cool. I like that.
Who's,
Yeah.
do you both sing then, yeah?
Penny's the main singer,
Yeah, singer.
and you write all the songs. You come up with the words, you come up with the melody, and then
And the instrumentals.
and instrumentals, and then I work on those and put the structure and do the musical arrangement. So we have a good team. I'll say,
Partnership.
yeah, good partnership. Is this a happy song or what? Because it doesn't sound.
Write another verse.
yeah. This is no good. We need another verse. Yeah. So.
Yeah.
I suppose sometimes it's great because it's kind of like how me and him work, really. Like, we both kind of like come up with ideas and then flick it to the other one. And
Oh, you got to.
kind of like, what do you think, and any suggestions and stuff like that.
He's out of his goddamn mind.
What?
Nothing.
What?
Nothing, mate.
Yeah.
Of course we do.
Yeah.
Of course we do.
So the
I write this. I write, you know.
yeah. So the
He,
big
he writes more. Sorry, he writes more songs than me.
Because I'm a lazy bastard all the time, man. No, I'm just joking. We collaborated a
Yeah.
lot. I think so good to it. What I was gonna say was, do you write your songs like on? Would you like get a guitar out, write some songs, and go, actually that might be better on like a different instrument, or do you like specifically write songs for an instrument, or do you know what I mean? Like, do you sit in front of the piano and write some songs and go, actually that'd be better with this instrument or the whatever, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I did. I wrote a few songs on the piano, and then I thought, well, we're not going to carry a keyboard.
Yeah,
around
exactly.
with
That's what I'm
us.
trying to get
So
at,
this
yeah.
has to be played on the guitar.
Yeah.
So-
Grand piano in the backpack.
But no, I would write probably guitar, get a guitar, tenor guitar, and for folk stuff, sometimes it is quite a lot of tenor guitar because that just works really well. So
it
for
does.
quite a few things, it is that. But every now and again, you think, probably can't really do this on the tenor guitar. We're going to have to play the 6-string and make it sound a bit more mainstream because it is an unusual sound for people. It's less.
it's
so-
very percussive.
Yeah, and it's
tenor guitar.
less.
It's great.
I suppose it's less mainstream, isn't it? It's not.
Sound very folky, so
It's almost got a bit of an Irish Celtic feel to
yeah,
it.
sure, yeah.
And
I always think it has a real folky sound to it, you know, just as a whole, it kind of goes well with the genre.
Yeah. So we tend to combine. Like I tend to play a lot of 6-string guitar, and you'll play tenor guitar. So
Okay, nice.
and that's what we've got with this tonight to play a
Cool.
few songs.
Excellent.
Nice.
2 songs.
2 songs, yeah.
Ooh,
so
cool.
Look forward to that.
and that tends to be the main stay, but we swap around. We have far too many instruments like most musicians.
We just have way too many guitars.
Yeah.
No problem. We just
Never have too many
strings, just guitars everywhere.
Yeah.
My new house is covered in guitars, isn't it? They're everywhere.
So is there a sorry, mate.
No, go on, mate.
Is there a particular concept in terms of writing the song? Does the melody come first? Does the guitar riff come first, or is it just anything? Or is there a particular way that you do it? Is it just
All of those.
anything goes?
I was mucking about on the tenor at one day and just got this little, and I went, oh. And probably about 6 months later, I went, I know where I can put that now.
I love
That
those.
little irritating little riff.
Yeah,
The fact that you've been able to remember it 6 months later is just
Oh,
brilliant.
I record everything on my phone.
Yeah,
I little voice recorder.
the endless lists.
Otherwise,
Do you label them on your phone though?
yeah,
the thing.
give them a little title so that it's like little plinky plonky piano, and put the chord progression in. Or so,
I've got so many middle of the night, wake up with a melody,
yeah.
wake up in the morning, and I'm like, oh yeah, I whistled it, and listen back, I haven't got a clue. It's really useless. Trying to be people. On your album, is it recorded not live as such, but do you perform the songs as you would if you're doing them live, or do you add? No, because we didn't do that either. We whatever we're doing, we all add stuff into.
So
the songs.
we worked with a few other musicians on the album.
Oh, okay, cool.
So the album was mixed and produced by Dave Boothroyd from 6dB Studios in York. Yeah,
Shout out
who
to
is
Dave.
Shout out to Dave.
good.
Yeah, he's amazing.
absolutely fantastic. We really enjoy working with him. The album was mixed by Sam Lister down at Lismore Mastering, which is in Sheffield.
Okay.
Musicians we worked with, we were really pleased. We were working with a drummer called Liam Hardy, who is ex-Blackbeard's Tea Party.
I've heard of them.
Yeah. So, and he's just a fantastic,
That was really good.
fantastic drummer. He really is.
Nice.
And Dave Boothroyd, he was a drummer as well as he can play like loads of other things. But we were in the studio, and Liam was doing something on one of our tracks, and Dave said, that's not the sound I want to hear. He said, are you using your sticks? Yeah. Try your brushes.
Asking a drummer to play brushes.
Yeah,
and
he said, no. So put your brushes down. Use your fingers. Oh, okay. So he was using his fingers and he went, that's the sound I want. Yeah. Cool. And it was just fantastic. And they would talk, and then we had a guy, Sam Dunkley. He was working. Durkin, not Durkin.
Sam Durkin.
Durkin. Where did I get Dunkley from?
No idea.
And he was working with Dave as sort of studio tech, and he played bass on one of our tracks and things like that. And it's been great working with
lots
people.
of layers.
And Dave did a few instruments as well, just where totally layered. 17 channels on the drums. 6 channels on 3 different guitars, and then whistles, 6 channels on whistles, because Penny's got loads of different whistles, so you play them all and then you blend them together to get the sound you want.
We do all our own mixing stuff for our albums, and we know all about it. So all of the albums we've done, we're doing. We're doing now. I'm doing that one. We do ourselves. We do all mixing, and we just love it.
It's great. It's great fun hearing it all come together, but sometimes painstakingly frustrating when you can't. You can't get the sound that you want. And then sometimes you have to just go away, leave it alone, then come back later on. And sometimes it's usually that is the right sound. I've maybe just listened to it too much.
It's better when you do it yourself, though, because when we can do it, we do it for free. We ain't got paid to be in the studio.
Well, yeah, there is that.
When you're in the studio, you're like, shit, I'm paying for this. Yeah. Got to get it done.
But the other thing is, there is a huge danger that you add too much.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, that you go, I'll add a bit of lead here, I'll add a bit of this, and then when you listen to it, we listened to one of the tracks, and I think I'd put quite a complicated bass line on it, and it went.
There was another bass line as well, and it was just.
And it's like, no,
we're not an
we need to
band.
simplify the
It
bass
sounded
line. It just
umpapa.
didn't sound right, so I had to go and simplify the bass line, and went, that sounds better.
Did it take long to
be.
record?
It took us probably, I think, 20 days of recording time.
Okay. That's full
Over about 4 or 5 months.
So that's about like a day here, a day.
We had like 2 or 3 days where we and the way we like to work is we like to work on 1 track per day. Now we've tried it where you go into a studio and you go, right, I want to lay bass on this track, this track, this track, this track, and that's what you do that day. And actually, it can get really confusing, and the sound starts to feel the same for each track. Whereas if you concentrate on 1 track a day, you know, and it can be up to 10 hours just to get that track sort of laid down. We find that's the best process.
And also,
for us.
we don't go in. Other than the occasional thing where we think, could we put a bit of like some cymbal swells or something, bits and pieces like that. But we're not going in and starting to create the songs.
No.
They're already there. We've gigged them probably usually quite a bit. So we're not going in with brand new material thinking, you know, we've got to, like you said, get it done.
And the fact that you've gigged them as well, it's kind of it's almost like you've gone into the studio and you well rehearsed with them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's when they get recorded, and you're not taking a million takes just to get one little thing.
Yeah.
And we stand up in the studio to play as well.
Yeah, of
Nice.
course,
You know, and we sort of
You get the same.
we sort of rock around
Feel
as we do. You know, I know we have to stand as close to the mic, particularly on acoustics. We tend not to plug them in; they tend to be on sort of
Mic'd up.
sort of mic'd up. But but no, that's like, I suppose we do know we're not creating. We're going in. We may alter the structure slightly. And that's where you need a really good producer. Yeah,
The thing is, we're quite often, the reason we play songs live the way we do is because I need time to pick up and put down a whistle. In
So
between.
I'll add a couple of bars.
So
of
we sort of
guitar
go, right,
here and there.
but on a recording, I don't have to do that.
No.
Yeah, you can
So you
do
can
section,
sort of
section.
compress that, and it still makes sense. You can take out some of the bits that we had to put in for live, which is really nice because it just flows really.
I like
nicely.
going in and do it. When I went to the studio, I always enjoyed going into the studio, having the songs ready, and then just doing the songs, and then going to mixing. It just works better for me, but I've not had to do that many times because we do it ourselves now. And I tend to prefer like work. If we're going to work on a song, we're going to work on a song that day. You know what I mean? Like right, we're going to work on this song. Like Dad used to come over on a Sunday, whatever. Come over at like I don't know, 11, and we spend the whole day. And we just like, right, we're going to get this song done today. You know?
Yeah, concentrate on something.
Just get that song
But
done.
interesting enough, on Ravenswood, there are 2 tracks there that were recorded in 2019, and we were due to go into the studio the day after they locked down the first time in March 2020. Yeah. So we were due to be in the studio, and it's like no. So that's why it's sort of delayed by 2 years almost.
Well, you know, best things come to those who wait. So is this? Have you got any other albums?
Yeah, that's our second album.
Second.
Yeah,
What's the first one called?
The first album is called So Far. Tales of...
You're looking at pen there for confirmation. Is it
Songs
called
of
So
Love,
Far?
Loss and Pirates.
That's it, Songs of Love, Loss and Pirates. So Far, Songs of Love.
It was there are 3 songs on there that I would say would now fit in with what we're doing now in terms of the genre, and the others were stuff that I'd written when I first started to write, because I haven't been writing for a very, very long time. So the initial kind of genre really we fell into was kind of like Americana, kind of country,
little bit of
wasn't it?
country,
So
yeah.
quite a lot of the songs on the first album kind of fall into that.
And we recorded that
Genre.
with Vinny. Vinny produced that.
Oh, Vinny.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, so that was done 2017, I think.
Are any of these available
Yeah, they-
on like
yeah.
Apple iTunes and that?
No, the
Pretty Bird is on Spotify. That's
and all the others.
yeah, all the other platforms. That as a single, that's what we released that.
Ravenswood is on Bandcamp.
Yeah.
Bandcamp.
Yeah.
Old
Yeah.
school.
Eh?
I love it.
Yeah.
Quite a lot of people.
No,
do Bandcamp
it's
these days.
no because it's
Because we like to get the money from
Oh
the
yeah, for
album
sure.
sale
No,
rather.
definitely. No, 100%.
Yeah.
I love it.
so
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
on Bandcamp, and on Bandcamp you can download a digital version, or you can download a digital and get a CD copy sent you.
Nice.
It's £10. And we've just done something else, and it's going on Bandcamp. And let
I
me
was going to
show
his
you.
bag.
In my bag.
Oh.
So what we have is we've put it onto USB stick, a branded USB stick.
Branded
Oh,
you
wow.
show the camera there.
That's amazing.
So that means many modern cars don't have CD players, but
Sure.
they have USBs.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and it comes with a CD, the little CD insert,
Oh,
so you know what all the tracks are.
Excellent. Great stuff.
So,
brilliant.
so that's going to go on Bandcamp. We can put the other album on Bandcamp, and we did an EP as well with Vinny in 2018.
That was alive, wasn't it?
That
It
was
some-
alive in the
It was a
studio.
little stab at some folky
Yeah,
style
very
stuff.
folky stuff.
And
yeah.
that's what's
It's
up.
just we started being asked to go to sort of folk clubs and folk festivals, and we weren't really folky. so we thought. I said, "Pen, write some folk songs."
It's yeah.
Oh, he's a bit demanding, isn't he? I'll tell you.
Well, the thing
Me
is,
forcing
that
you into folk.
sometimes you go somewhere and you feel like a bit of a duck out of water. You think we're not the right. I suppose American folk is that
Yeah.
kind of Americana
Yeah, you can
vibe,
get
isn't
away
it?
with
But
that, yeah.
At some folk festivals, it's probably not quite right. But it just kind of it spiraled. It got out of control, and then I wrote Ravenswood.
It's like kind of like going to folk festivals and not doing folk. I find it fun.
Manshaw, we've been to,
been to a couple of-
quite a few festivals. Well, a couple
We've
of
been to a couple
festivals
of folk
where
festivals. We're not folk in any way whatsoever.
It's absolutely not what we're not saying not what we're about. We're certainly not folk, but it's kind of like you feel a little bit.
Fish out of water.
We're totally different to everything else here.
Hey, I enjoy it. Like,
Yeah.
it's fun.
A gig's a gig.
Well, yeah, our harmonies are folky. It's just that
Yeah.
nothing else is.
We're-
than
we're-
that.
Rambunctious rock, we were once
Rambunctious
called.
rock.
Yeah, well, we call ourselves, original.
Sorry, mate.
Original contemporary folk.
Which people are a bit confused by that.
Yeah,
but it just
and,
means
and
that
then we put in brackets not trad, so we're not traditional folk. We're not the finger in the ear and sort of the sea shanty style, which seems to be becoming really popular now.
It did do it for a while.
So,
It's big.
but I suppose ours we're maybe more pop. Some of them are a bit more poppy.
Yeah, I think Pretty Bird might be a bit too poppy for people who like more traditional folk
And Ancient
style.
Highway might as well.
But,
yeah, so
Folkum.
yeah.
So you just play all your own originals, then you don't do.
We'll do some covers.
odd
Yeah,
cover?
we've got.
I like doing some whistly stuff. We're sort of learning some whistle tunes, which are quite nice. It just breaks up things a bit if you're doing sort of a 2:45 minutes. So we've got a few of those coming up. So we said, oh well, we can do some tunes because that's quite, that's quite unusual to not be playing them on a violin or a fiddle.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
And we're going to, and we do some covers, we do some covers by Seth Lakeman and things like that, some of his songs. Two, we do two.
Yeah, one that he knows about because we told him.
Yeah, we told him. Oh, we do your song. It's called The White Hair. And he went, oh, how'd you play that? I said 6-string and tenor. Oh, I said, I tell you what, we'll put it on our YouTube channel. We'll record ourselves playing it, and we put it up, and we got a big thumbs up from him because he obviously liked it.
It was a slightly fast, slightly nervous version because I thought, oh, what if Seth Lakeman watches this?
And he did, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you've given me all the links in when you've sent the email anyway, so
Yeah.
we'll put all these links up.
Yeah.
So when it goes out in a couple of weeks, 2 or 3 weeks, I'll do a few highlight reels, and then finish it off on the Friday with the full unedited version.
I'll put our other album on Bandcamp as well, so if people want to
Yeah, that'd be great.
get that.
Yeah, we'll put all links up, so
Yeah,
it'll all be good.
and so you can go to Bandcamp and the stuff will be there. So I mean, we're quite active on social media.
Mm-hmm.
If you've looked at us, we've got a lot of channels. We've got Twitter, or is it X?
Yeah.
Instagram, Facebook, SoundCloud, YouTube, and every Tuesday at 6 p.m. we post the Tuesday teaser. So the Tuesday teaser goes on Facebook and it goes on YouTube, and it's a video of something. Now it may be a complete song that we've got. It may be something we've recorded in our home studio with our video camera.
With my phone.
Your phone, yeah.
Come on, be honest, it's just a phone
It's
in the
a
corner.
phone.
It's just
It's a phone on
the
a
They're so
corner.
stand.
good.
It's
Just
a
a phone in the
stand.
corner. That's all you need.
They're so good.
I know, it's so good.
They
You
are
literally
so
The
good.
don't
quality
need
of
anything.
picture and sound, you don't need it
Oh,
anymore.
you literally don't.
So we'll record something, maybe something we're working on, and I suppose it's about that consistency.
Yeah,
you know,
that relentless,
we're
isn't it?
trying
Yeah.
to build our fan base. You know, we've got 1.1k followers on Facebook. We've got about less than 100 subscribers on YouTube. We just want to build that up.
Yeah.
You know, it's
Yeah.
all free. And people, when you say it's free, oh, well, what do you mean I have to subscribe?
Yeah.
No, you just click the button.
I find
It
it's
does, it just
really,
sends you
really.
notifications.
I find it's really, really difficult to get people to click those buttons, though. You know, like it's a constant relent. You know, every gig is just like, please follow our page.
Yeah.
Please like
Yeah.
and subscribe. Oh, God.
Yeah.
I mean, we had a
It's
social-
not hard, just do it. What we came. Oh, I was going to say. Are you going to say the same thing I'm going to say?
But Ian,
Yeah.
Yeah, go on,
He
I'll
was,
let you
we had a guy who's like a social media expert come on a few weeks back, and he was saying he came up with a really, really, really cool. What I think is a really cool idea is that you can get free QR codes right off the internet, and then you can link all of your pages to that QR code.
Right.
So you can like set up when you set up to play a gig. Just print that QR code on a bit
And-
of card,
and say,
put it in front of
take
you,
your
Yeah.
picture.
and literally just do a QR code, and that goes to
Yeah.
all of your links.
Yeah.
I think
And then
we,
you can link, and then literally people will they've got all of your links via that QR code.
yeah, we played a gig with a guy who had that. He had it.
Yeah,
in
it's a
little-
really good idea.
Yeah.
Keep do that. Once our website's up and running, we'll do that. Yeah.
Clever.
but the talk of like doing
Good idea.
something weekly and keep doing it
Yeah.
weekly, relentlessly, like that is the way to do it. Like with the open mic that those guys do, and I've not been around for the last couple of weeks, been on holiday and stuff like that. But they've been like putting little videos of the performers and stuff, and they've been doing it every day. And each day it just seems to get like a bit more engagement from people, and it's just kind of growing.
If you don't mess up the boosting pose like I've done and boost it to the whole world
well,
rather
yeah,
than
boost it to America.
But that's the thing. It's about promotion. You know,
Yeah.
we're now both full-time musicians, and we spend. There's loads of admin. That's
Yeah.
loads.
Just when you think you didn't have to
I
do
bet,
admin
yeah.
anymore.
Yeah, we spend the
lot of admin.
morning sort of doing admin, you know, applying for festivals, sending stuff off to radio stations, and you know, coming up with ideas for social media. And then in the afternoon we tend to rehearse and.
Yeah, we spend a lot of our time doing. You do the same thing at the moment, just trying to find new ways to advertise or to make things interesting or. Coming up with
So that's why we
things
do the
to
Tuesday
do.
teaser.
And that's a good idea.
And
Yeah, that's great.
sometimes we just talk to the camera. Sometimes we've actually played 3 little songs and then asked people to vote which one they wanted us to do the full song the
Okay,
following
cool.
week.
Yeah, that's
So
cool.
just trying to engage people in that.
You've got to do
when
it.
did you like become full-time musicians?
For me, about a year ago, from 1st of April last year.
Chat job in.
Big
Yeah.
decision.
No, I've been working
easy?
to it. No, easy working towards it. You know, I think for many people, lockdown made you reassess your life.
Yeah,
and,
sure.
And because we weren't playing music, and you go, why are we not playing music when that's
Because
what-
we're like this. At the end of the day.
absolutely knackered.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, this is ridiculous. So you know, Penny finished sort of the year before me. It came to a natural point where you could finish work, and I said, right, I'll just work for another year. Just let's build up some money, and then just go for it.
If you're in a financial situation where you can do it, then it's a no-brainer. Like if you know you can get gigs and you know you can make some money out of music,
Yeah.
like it's a no-brainer. Like why would you want to flog yourself to a job you don't like? Just if you can do something you love, and if you've got the ability to do so, then fair play to you. Like
Yeah,
it's,
and you know, we're not really making any money, but hey,
Hey, but you make a bit, you make a bit of money, and then you go, yeah, we made a bit of money.
Does it cover the costs?
Yeah, covers the costs.
Exactly. That's what you can
So
ask
it covers
for.
the costs, yeah. And
you never know where it's going to go. You never know what festival's going to lead to what fest. That's what I always say to what we always did. Me and Dudley when we were more active, because obviously for various reasons, and say to Eve now is like, all you can do is go to a gig. If you get a gig out of a gig, you've had a good gig, regardless of how well or bad you think the gig went. If you go into the gig, you get rebooked somewhere else, then you've done your job. And that's what we did. We didn't chase. First few years when we started out, we were chasing gigs.
Yeah.
After the first couple of years, when people kind of knew we were good, we never chased any gigs ever. We didn't need to, because we always would get booked.
People came to
one
us,
or two bookings.
That's where you
because
want
you do a
to.
good job, you get booked again. And that's the same as what me and Eve are trying to do now. Like we're getting to the point where people are going, "Oh, you're really good. We'll rebook you." You know what I mean? That's what, and people see.
Annoyingly.
Yeah, I know. Sorry. Well, if you didn't have such a gammy shoulder.
Well.
But the more you do, and obviously the more you do it, and like you said, things like that Tuesday teaser, and the more engagement you can get, and the more visibility you have, like it's one of those things with music. It's like a slow burn, but if you can get to some good things, it can take off and be.
And you've been going for a few years now, so you've
we
established
started
your name, and your name's out there. People know who you are.
I mean, if you're working with people you've worked with, like you're obviously good, so it shouldn't be a problem. So I can't wait to hear you. I'm excited.
So do you get around a little bit?
Musically?
Well, of course it's musically.
The furthest away was
But if we go south, it was in Bath.
Bath and Holy
I
Island.
used to live in Bath.
And then if furthest north was on Holy Island, we did a gig.
But yeah, we did.
Up on
Holy Island near Lindisfarne.
Yeah.
We were in Lindisfarne in summer for a festival.
Yeah.
We're going back this year as well, aren't we,
Going back
guys?
again this year.
Yeah.
they're doing
Oh,
it.
the festival.
Lindisfarne,
The
yeah,
festival,
it's amazing.
end
Great
of
festival.
August. It's
Yeah.
brilliant,
That's
brilliant
on the
festival.
mainland.
The mainland, well, you can see the Holy Island from across the way. Like literally, you're on the next bit of land. You can just see it similar there.
So
it's great there.
So but we tend to play around sort of North Yorkshire, East Coast.
Yeah,
bit of Lincolnshire.
yeah, and
Sheffield.
we like you said about getting gigs and doing one gig and then getting another. We did one a little while back and we got 2 gigs out of it. One back at the same place and one at another pub because the guy who was organising music for another pub in the area booked us for.
Also, the East
well.
Coast seems very prevalent for folk festivals for whatever reason.
Well, I mean,
we a lot there. I don't know why.
Yeah,
that is.
I mean, we love doing festivals. We love doing sort of like being given 45 minutes and you just go out and you smash it. And we I suppose coming up this year we're playing Filey Folk Festival. We've got two sessions there on the Saturday.
Nice. We've tried getting in at
What
Friday.
are we doing Friday Folk Festival? We'll be in touch with people from that.
And then the following day we're at Richmond.
We're doing Richmond Mayfest,
Mayfest.
which is Richmond, North Yorkshire.
I love Richmond.
Yeah.
What a wonderful place that is.
Yeah, so we're in the town hall, aren't we, for their folk,
Oh, excellent.
sort of folk concert in the afternoon.
And then when you get certain weekends, then you've got the beginning of June. We've got
There's about 3 or 4 different festivals.
we're doing Robin Hood's Bay, and then we're doing Aln near York, and then there's also the Black Swan Folk Weekend, which we're down to do.
Yeah, City of York Folk Weekend. as well.
I mean, Robin Hood's Bay, is that do they do a folk festival? No, is that part of Whitby Folk Fest?
No, it's completely separate.
It's the
nice.
Bay Folk Club's folk festival.
And it's all about raising money for the RNLI. So,
Nice.
And they do something called the Cafe Dash, and basically you go round. There's a rota. There's like 30 musicians or something,
Yeah,
and
about 9 different venues.
Yeah, and you go around and you play 15 minutes in each venue and just collect money. Except you're having to go up and down the hill, so you.
Oh God, that hill. Well.
You go. Can I start at the top and finish at the bottom? But we were there last year, and I think we did our 9, and then they said, "Oh, we've got an open mic up on this field." So we went up to the this field and played the open mic. And by then we were just really tired.
Yeah, there's only so long you can sing for in any one sort of like day.
Yeah. So that was like, and that was sort of like 10, So
10 little mini gigs.
Yeah,
It's good. It's nice. Yeah.
Yeah. So we're doing that again. So, but we've got other festivals. I'm just trying to think, where are we going? I've forgotten now. Epworth Music Day.
Yeah. Quite a few.
Quite a few.
So do you get paid for doing these festivals then?
Some you do.
Some you do.
Yeah,
Some you do.
Some
Yeah,
you do.
Some you do.
And some you don't.
Some you
Like
do.
everything.
Like
Some you
everything.
do,
Well,
some
yeah.
you don't.
Yeah, some you do. Yeah. And
Sometimes you do stuff you just don't get paid.
and that's why we need the merch, so we can try and sell the
Merch
CD.
is good, yeah. Merch is
you know.
always good.
So
It's difficult to find revenue streams these days, especially with things like Spotify and like getting money from like your album alone is very difficult because people expect it for free now. It's not even it's not even a thing. Most people just expect to get free.
But actually,
free
one of the
music.
things that has changed is that we used to, like when we did the first album, I think we sent about 50 to 100 out to radio stations, the physical CD. Now they all want it as a WeTransfer.
Yeah, they all just want digital.
So it doesn't cost us any money.
No, that's true. Yeah, that is good.
Which is great.
There's pros and cons.
Yeah, there's pros and cons.
Pros and cons, and it is good that you can have a reach where you can get out there to more people. But it's if you've got merch and stuff as well to kind of like
I mean, it wasn't too bad for us when we did our albums because we don't rely on it. Well, we're not necessarily in it to make any money. It was more the only reason why we put it on Spotify, Amazon, iTunes, and all them was just to get it out there, and just see who wants to listen to it. Really.
Well, I mean, the thing is, some people don't use streaming.
no, they don't.
No. So that's why we have it on SoundCloud. So if you just go to SoundCloud, you can hear it. You can't.
Yeah.
You can't just do that. Yeah, I think.
Or YouTube and see a video of this, whatever. But we also do have some other merch here.
Oh, we've got more. Look at
more
this.
merch.
So we have presents for you guys.
Presents.
Oh, wow.
Oh my god.
So we
Presents.
Oh, we have a pen and stew
I
pen.
can't catch it.
Pen and stew
I can
pen.
catch a pen. None
God.
of us caught a pen.
None of you play cricket. No.
I used to back in the day.
To be fair, if one of us caught them, I'd be like, it was like bad catching. But as none of us caught them, you're the
rubbish
unifying
throwing.
force, sir. You're the unifying force.
That's the sort of thing you can just
We give
wander
out.
around, just chuck on tables and
Yeah,
stuff
we-
like that.
we
And then
pen
it's the name, isn't it?
and
Yeah.
stew.
It's really catchy, pen and stew. I like it.
Oh, you do like it? Well, do you know the number of people that get it wrong?
We were thinking, we thought we might have to think of another name
Yeah.
Oh, really?
to make it easier for people or just to make it different.
We were
that
thinking-
they would-
How is that difficult for people?
Because you get all sorts of pen and it's double N because they think it's Penn and Teller, and then it's Penny and Stewart, or it's
Penny and Stew, Pen and Start,
Penny, Penn and Start,
because it was a
Because they should have put
typo.
Stewart, but they misprinted it, and these were on posters all around this town. Penn and Start. What?
The amount of times we've had gigs where antagonist has been spelt wrong is just.
They put an S on the end.
Antagonists.
Antagonist. Yeah, I know there's two of us, but that's not the name.
Yeah.
But the confusion on people's faces when two of you turn up, have you had that as well? Where we're Pen and Stew, and you turn up to do something, and there's one
And-
microphone, and we go, "Gonna need another microphone, please."
Well, it's sort of like, I don't know. Pen and stew, it's sort of pretty obvious. It's
I would have
two
thought,
people
I
to
didn't
do it.
really understand if people wouldn't get confused by that.
No, I'm like...
Oh,
Need
Penn
another.
and Sue.
Pen and Sue's
They thought
a good
we
one.
were a
Pen
double
and
act.
Pen and
Yeah.
Sue's another one. Yeah.
I love the
could
little
be Sue.
sort of like almost treble clef
Only at weekends.
acting as the and. That's
I like
great.
it. It's good. Thank you for the pen. I'll definitely
okay, yeah.
stick that in my pen jar.
Yeah.
I will
No,
probably
we do.
I will
try-
lose it.
We try.
but-
You won't lose it.
I will, but someone else will find it, and I'll be like, "Oh, who are Pen and Stew?"
Yeah, exactly.
When I
Check
do,
'em out.
inevitably I lose everything, so I will.
So
I
we,
didn't mean to.
we do try and bribe people. We've got a free pen, but you need to go on and like our Facebook page.
That's the one. Bit of
Eve,
bribery
We're getting
trickery.
pens.
Yeah,
Write it down.
yeah.
Yeah.
She's all over it. We're stealing your idea. We're gonna have the Tuesday teaser. We'll have the Wednesday wobbler.
Yeah, the Wednesday
yeah.
the Thursday twanger.
We're just going to steal all your ideas.
Throwback Thursday, isn't it? That's what
Throwback
people put on
Thursday,
Throwback
yeah.
Thursday. That's a thing.
Yeah.
She's followed you, so you got to follow us
Oh,
back now.
yeah, thank you. Excellent. That's
If you didn't follow us back, we'll be
Yeah.
we can chat, we can tell. Wouldn't we?
I think we are following you. I
Oh,
think we
God
are.
damn.
Follow me.
No, we'll
Ooh.
follow you as well.
No,
Ian.
You've Thomas
you don't
Music.
want to follow
I thought it
her. Just
was,
keep
was
the
it?
natural antagonist.
Might be. yeah.
I need to work out how to use Facebook. Just reminding me again of that. Whenever I think of that, I'm like, God, damn, post. Cool. Have you got anything else you need to promote or want to talk about?
Yeah, I think.
Cool.
Let's
go.
Oh, we did.
Yes,
We're
yes.
going to talk about the
was.
literary festival.
Yes, I was.
Okay, so we were driving somewhere and the phone rings, hands-free, of course, for safety. And it was somebody asking me commissioning me to work on a theme song for what's called the Hammond House International Literary Festival Prize.
Nice.
Okay, cool.
So Hammond House is a publishing company, and
Yeah.
they run a literary festival every year.
Yeah, I know of it, yeah.
Yeah. And they have the literary prize, and it has a theme each year. And the theme this year, for next year, is time. And so I was commissioned. I was given some lyrics initially, and commissioned to complete the song, if you like, or change the song, or write the rest of it. And so that was something that we did just back end of last month.
Cool.
It was.
Which was really, so we attended the literary festival as well,
Oh, wow.
which was a new thing. So we played live. We played some
brilliant.
stuff, did a couple of
Played
little
for
sets.
sort of 2 30-minute sets.
Did a couple of sets, and
Nice.
then we played the theme song, and also the publishing company Hammond House did a music video, which is the first
Oh.
time we've done a music video. So,
Oh,
Nice.
cool.
so
Well, all
um,
edited and everything, or just like
yeah,
No,
no,
it's all-
it's
all-
absolutely
oh,
incredible.
yeah.
There's a wolf. It's just
It's on loads of
On your
images.
YouTube channel?
fabulous.
Yeah,
it's on our Facebook because it's shared from the Hammond House YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's
on
there.
our-
It's-
And it's on our YouTube.
It's
as
on our
well.
YouTube
It's on
as
our
well.
It's on your
YouTube
YouTube
as well.
channel, right, cool.
Fab.
We did,
We'll put a
um,
link up for that.
Yeah.
Years and years
Really
ago,
good.
we went to London to do a music video,
Oh, that was mad.
and it was mad. Like it was in this, I don't know, like it was in the centre of London, but it was like down a back alley somewhere into the studio. I was just basic.
Students
it was
like
just
wanting people to come in so they can practice
Yeah.
the videography.
But there was
Yeah.
like a shooting room like for the video, but there was also like other studios and stuff. And there was just rappers everywhere, stunk of weed. Like, it was just clearly a rapper studio. And we were just in this room with these 3 young lasses doing these videos. And we just had to repeat the song, mime the
Must have
song
been-
over and over
it
and
must
over.
have been- Mimed this song must have been 30 plus times.
Oh, really?
We were sick of it after
God,
that.
I mean,
So-
Like we absolutely hate. Well, he
I
absolutely
absolutely
hates
hate
it
that
now.
song.
Now,
Can't
well, you
stand
get
it.
so. I mean, the thing is, that was the sort of the first time we'd sort of collaborated with anyone where we would, record a rough demo, send it to back to Ted, who's the guy who's the boss of the publishing company, because he'd written the words, and he said, "Oh yeah, I really like that," and "Oh yeah," and then they had we didn't realise they had like a focus group, so they sent this demo out to this focus group.
It wasn't intended for sort of public consumption, it's like a really rough demo, just a quick kind of let's
So
play
what
it
do you
through.
think of this idea sort
yeah,
of thing?
what do you think of this with this at the chorus at the beginning and this instrumental and this and whatever?
So we did a bit
Yeah.
of restructuring just on some feedback because it was quite long, so we had to cut it down. We knew that anyway, and then we did we did 2 versions. There's a sort of what they call the acoustic versions. We went to a studio to record it, and then they took that acoustic version and then they added strings and all sorts. So it's the
Synth,
one that's
keyboardy
the orchestral version
Nice.
that is the video is attached to. But it's
Brilliant,
still
yeah.
us
Yes.
singing
Yeah, and then
and
there's sort of
playing.
us kind of fading in and
Yeah,
out.
you see us coming in and out.
Have
really
you
nice.
ever done, and I reckon you might have done, I can't remember what it's called, the dude on the boat?
Yeah,
Narrowboat
Narrowboat
Sessions.
Sessions. We've done those.
Narrowboat Sessions is lovely.
Yeah, it's great, isn't it? What a fab day.
The title track of the album, Ravenswood, on the Narrowboat Sessions video that we did, it got 47,000 views.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
Yeah, lovely.
We were very pleased.
Wow.
Yeah,
very pleased. Yeah.
It's got,
Really
got
nice.
quite a lot of followers as Mark, hasn't he? So,
It has.
Yeah. Nice.
It's lovely.
still recording in stuff he's had from like the 70s or whatever it was. It was
Oh yeah, I
recording
mean, we
as
got
on-
in there and he's trying to tell me that he was trying to explain to me how his 1970s audio system that he'd done himself was better than modern technology. I'm like, dude, I can get a box and I can record 4 things in a tiny little box. There's no way your old tape deck that you've done is better than that, mate. I'm sorry. I know, like, you're old-fashioned and it's cool. And it does look awesome.
He's a great character.
He is a great character. Honestly, we were there for like what? We were there for 3 hours. First hour and a half was just having tea,
we
talking
just
about
chatted.
music,
We
just chatting
for
shit.
ages. We chatted for ages. It was
And I sort of
lovely.
said to him, should we play?
Yeah. So where did you guys go? 'Cause we went to Owestry.
We did.
Street.
North Wales.
That's North Wales as well, yeah.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
it's
That's where we were. Yeah.
it's in Shropshire.
It's kind of
Just
Wrexham-y
in-
kind
just
of
in-
way,
yeah,
shot
but-
that
Yeah,
way,
we
Yeah.
went there. We couldn't find it.
No.
Oh, we put it in the sat nav. We had a
Yeah,
right
that's
little
great.
drive out. We had a
that was
right little
great.
road
It
trip.
It took
one
us
day.
to the
It was
wrong
fantastic.
place.
Yeah.
He said it wrong. No, it was wonderful. Really good day. He's a good lad, and
Yeah.
despite his love of his 70s tape deck,
Yeah.
he's a really good lad. It was a really fun day.
Yeah.
Because I'd been following the Narrowboat Sessions
they're
for
great.
a couple of years, I think.
Yeah.
Can't remember how I came across them. And I'm always telling everybody I meet that,
Go
get on the
Get
Narrowboat.
on it,
Try and
yeah,
get on the
it's great.
Narrowboat Sessions.
Really
You have
good.
to get in early on in the year or even the year before to get in
Yeah.
the following year. 'Cause it's always that
we were
booked up.
due to do it in, I think it was 2019, and we got up that morning and you had developed
Lost my voice.
lost your voice, so we had to sort of ring him
Oh,
up and
no.
go, we can't come, Mark, really sorry, Penn's lost the voice, you know.
But no, when we did
Yeah.
it, we spent ages chatting. So much so that the next band were
Just ready to go. We were the last, we were the second band, so we had as much time as Mark wanted to talk to us for. But he's,
Yeah, we were
he's a
last,
good lad.
so yeah,
He's a
it
good
was
lad.
it was great fun.
Yeah,
a
it's
good
great.
good trip out and a really good experience.
Yeah.
It seems like it's odd that we haven't met because we seem to swim in the same circles. We know people we know, and we've never come across each other. which is-
Narrowboat
But
Sessions.
that's that. I think that's because the musicians, isn't it? If you're
Yeah.
if you're fairly local,
Yeah,
Selby, York, Leeds,
Oh, yeah,
or
for sure,
whatever, it. You get to know. You hear of people. You
Yeah,
see
yeah.
stuff on Facebook.
It's just strange we've never met. Just
another
of all people
contacts
we know.
me, other contacts. So
But yeah, I'm glad we have met. Hopefully, we'll get to collaborate in the future. That'd be awesome. Get on some gigs together. So that'd be fun.
Well, I mean, we're really up for that now. Having done that, we thought it was a bit of a weird experience because normally we make our own decisions,
Yeah.
But when
Yeah,
you collaborate,
I tend to be collaborating with myself. The songwriting element, and I go,
It's
what do you think of
mine.
this?
It's mine.
Can we speed it up? Can we slow it down? What can we do with it?
Yeah,
And then,
yeah.
then we start working
yeah.
on something.
I'll
But
put a riff in there. I'll do this.
yeah, but so it was really
so it's
interesting
quite.
to
We
have
would do
somebody
something,
else.
send it, and we're sort of waiting for for their feedback.
What does he think?
It's nice to get a fresh perspective as well. Sometimes.
Yeah, and it's
Oh,
about.
and we've now had some reviews
Oh.
of the song as well, which is interesting.
Yeah, they've just
Yeah.
come through on. If you look at Hammond House,
Yeah.
their Facebook page, they've just listed a load of
Listed
reviews that have come
reviews.
through. Some as
So,
far as
good.
Brazil.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nice.
Brilliant.
Happy days.
So it's gone.
Sounds
on
like it's all going very well.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Give us more gigs. Come on.
Yeah.
Have you got
Sign
any
these
gigs
people up.
you want to shout out? Got any gigs coming up?
What we doing?
What are we doing? Hang on.
What we doing? What we doing?
Just get your
What we doing?
calendar.
The
out.
calendar's
Get the
that
calendar.
full.
Yeah,
I'm trying
we're
to-
starting in. We haven't got any the rest of this month. So we're in deep rehearsal at the moment. We're learning some new stuff.
Okay, on the
Here we go.
12th of April, we are in.
The Acoustic Circus.
St James Church in Thornton, which is near Bradford. So we're doing that.
Yeah,
In a church, nice.
Yeah, it's nice.
Acoustics are amazing in there.
Then we're doing on the 14th of April. We're at the Old Grocers in Pontefract.
nice.
We're also, if you want to go to the seaside, we're in Scarborough at Mojo's Music Cafe on Wednesday the 17th in the afternoon, 3 o'clock.
Lovely.
And then we're at.
Then we're at the Bradley Arms on the 26th.
Lovely.
And then, the May Day weekend. Yeah, we've got Filey Folk Festival on the 4th, and we've got Richmond Mayfest on the 5th, which is the Sunday. so those are the next few coming
Yeah.
up.
Excellent. That's great.
Yeah,
Well,
good couple of gigs there.
if you're around those areas, go and see these guys.
Yeah, we'll try and get this out in the next
Check us
couple
out
of
on
weeks.
Facebook.
Yeah.
What we'll be doing, we'll stick up. We tend to, at the beginning of each month, we'll say, this is what we're doing this month.
Yeah, of course.
For us, the whole thing is about promoting the new album. We're also Ravenswood. We're also looking at maybe attending.
What we'd like to do is
some sing-arounds that the folk clubs do.
we want to go to some folk clubs and just go do a couple of songs and say hello, here we are, and here's our album.
Yeah.
You gotta do it. That's the way you gotta do it.
And
that's the idea. In between doing some other
sure.
gigs and festivals and stuff as well.
Wonderful. Well, thank you very, very much for coming on and speaking to us. It's been awesome to meet you guys, and
definitely.
really can't wait to listen to your album. And everyone check them out. Pen and Stew. What are you on Facebook? You just Pen and Stew everywhere?
Pen and
it's
Stew.
Everywhere we go.
Everything is called Pen and
Facebook.
Stew.
Everywhere we go.
Pen and
Stew.
Well, that's the logo, but
It's Pen. Is
brilliant
it
logo.
ampersand?
No,
right?
no,
Was it
it's
and. A-N-D.
A-N-D.
So Pen,
Real words.
A-N-D-S-T-U.
Yeah.
Find them. Follow them. We're going to get to do some songs now. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you all soon.
Yeah.
Nice. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks.